Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Luzia, and as you can tell by the title, I'm a civil engineer by profession and a structural engineer in training. And in this video, I want to recommend some of the books that have helped me in my journey as a civil engineer and also a structural engineer. This video, of course, has prolonged way too long, and I struggled myself to find any books that I can use to teach myself and everything. So I'm very sure that you're going to benefit from this video, and I hope to the fullest, because every book in this video is going to be helpful and everything. And yeah, as I promised, I'll be talking about civil engineering information. I'm like, I didn't have time to make the video, but I got some time. I'm like, okay, let me do this video today. So without further ado, my first on the list, because I'll be going according to how I learned the subject, is The Magic. RC Hibela. I don't know if it's Hibla or Hibela, but for anything structural analysis, this is what you want to do. Influence lines, method of design such as moment distribution, displacement methods, whatever, all kinds of methods. This is the book that you want to use. It's self-explanatory. You can teach yourself. You don't need someone to explain to you. Just have to read, and you'll be able to understand. And you should make sure you don't more like skip something, because the explanation in this book, it's so good. And make sure you get the latest version, which is the 8th edition. You can find these books anywhere pretty much, and yeah, Amazon, whatever. But I just thought I could print out the covers. Yeah. So another one in structure analysis is by Aslam Kasimali. So this, I haven't really used this book, but it came second to RC Hibela. Yeah, but most people do prefer this one. But for me, what worked for me was this one, because I was able to understand everything more than this one. But it's the same thing. If you don't understand this, you should understand this, because the concepts are the same and they talk about the same things and everything. So these are the books that you want to get if you want to learn structural analysis, right? The second on the list is Structural Dynamics. I use this book to understand structural analysis, natural frequencies, all those kind of things. This is your book. Seismic design. This is your book, and the first pages that I'm leaving is what worked for me, but I'm giving second options so that you can use them. For this, you can use this one, and also a third option that I've never used but I've seen it recommended most time. It's this one. So for structural dynamics seems a little bit harder, but I think with a lot of time you can actually understand it. Like in my exams, I thought structural dynamics was very hard, but it turned out structure analysis was very hard, like the stiffness methods and all those kind of methods. Like it took me a long time to understand them, but yeah. But structure dynamics, these are your books by Anil K. Chopra. Forgive me with the names, please. Which other one is this one? Mario Paz, and also Craig. I haven't used this one, but I have seen it recommended. So for structure analysis, these are your books. Second on the list is Fire Design. I love this book. It's simple to understand, and yeah, it's just simple to understand, nothing complicated. Everything is self-explanatory. I love how the authors were writing these books. Like, you don't really need someone to explain it to you. Like, okay, maybe you don't understand in class, but you'll be able to understand when you read the books and you go through the exercises. So for Fire Design, I highly recommend this. Like, great stuff. Very simple books. And yeah, for advanced concrete materials, you can use this book by John Newman. Yeah, you can use this book. There are a lot of books about advanced materials, but for me, I'm just recommending what worked for me, and this is what worked, and this is what was also recommended by our professors and our lecturers. our doctors and everything. So it worked. So there are other books as well, but I don't know much about them. But this is what I use for advanced concrete materials. Which other one? My second on the list, probably the subject that every civil engineer stresses about. Not really stresses about because the calculations are so long. Can you guess the subject? Advanced concrete design, or rather just concrete design. If you use Eurocode and British standards, this is your book. Like, you've come across this book at least somewhere. Like this, it's also self-explanatory, and all the steps are like they're broken down nice. You see, I don't even know how to explain how helpful this book is. Like, everything is broken down easily, like you're able to understand everything. And you find timber design in this, masonry, structural, concrete, steel, masonry and timber. You find them all in these books. And by the way, the books that I'm recommending are according to the Eurocodes and British, because that's what I was learning, the standards that we use in Zambia technically. But yeah, this is your book. Please don't hesitate to use this book. So all these books I'm about to recommend are for concrete design, and you better have them all, or you can use one, whichever works for you, but it's best to look just to have references and everything. Which other book is this one? Reinforced Concrete Design to Eurocode 2. Yeah, I'll just go first in these ones because they're quite a number. Which other one? Reinforced Concrete to Eurocodes. And I really love how these books explain everything. Like, you get to understand the methods, but if you want to really understand the whole design process, from slabs to the beams to the columns to the foundations, this is your book. Like, it will explain everything. If these other ones don't work, at least for me, this is what works, because it will explain in Eurocode 2, and then it will explain in British codes, British standards, just like that. Still, it will explain in Eurocode 3, and then it will explain in British standards. So yeah, other book recommendation for concrete design is the Reynolds. There's some concepts here that I can't really explain, but I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. Check out the book as well. This one is by Institute of Structural Engineers, a very important book. It's normally on sale. You don't get it for free. Like, you get it from the Institute of Structural Engineers, the conceptual design of buildings, because they don't normally teach that in school. But you're given a building and you have to design it from nowhere. You have to size the members and everything, and you more like how can I say, yeah, you come up with the member sizes, you more like position how they're going to be in the columns, you come up with your own concrete size and everything. So this is the book that will teach you all that, because they don't normally teach that whole conceptual design thing in class. And I would like to recommend a YouTube channel by Dr. Jeresh. He teaches at University of London. I think he also talks about conceptual design of a steel building, but this one is a conceptual design for both concrete and steel. So make sure you check out this book and you learn about conceptual design. My other book recommendation for concrete design is this one, also the perfect book by Institute of Structural Engineers. Anyone who wants to become a good structural engineer, they should know about Institute of Structural Engineers and their exams, the tough exams. I don't know if I'll write them one day, but yeah, this is the book. They really have good books, and they really help you on how to design everything, detailing and all those kind of things. Another book is by Institute of Structural Engineers. It also helps with detailing. They have really good books. If you're a structural engineer or a civil engineer, get subscribe to Institute of Structural Engineers and everything. They have books on civil, and some things are free for students. And they have past papers for that, for their famous exams to become a chartered structural engineer, which is not an easy journey at all. So for advanced concrete design, these are my books. Just anyway, it's just concrete design, but if you're a civil engineer as well, make sure you check out these books. Okay, yeah. My other one my other thing on the list, finite elements. This is an interesting book, quite self-explanatory as well, very interesting. Everyone who's doing structural engineering, I think they've come across this book, Finite Elements. Love this book. And yeah, at first it seemed like finite elements is hard, but again, the more you solve a lot of problems, I think that's all about structural engineering. The more you solve the problems, the more they become easier. But the thing is, the calculations might be too long. Let's say if you're given a beam with point loads and maybe a continuous beam, yeah, then you have to dance, because the calculation will be like long for you to finish. Yeah, but this is the only recommendation I have for finite elements, and I think it's the best. For steel design, I have this lovely book, the blue book, that's what we call it. Most people call it the blue book. Very interesting. Literally everything that you need to have to know about steel design is in this book. Yeah, there's another steel design manual. I don't think I photocopied the page, but technically if you have this book, you should be okay, because it has all the tables, everything that you need in steel design. So this is your baby. And I'm sure most people are like, how dare she not mention one book? As a structural engineer, I know what you're talking about. So this is the structural engineer's pocket book, and every engineer should have it. So this book technically is not it's not like it doesn't have like examples and everything. It's more like it has more like organize all the important concepts that you need into one. Like if you're on site, if you're not sure about something, this is the book that you want to pull out, not going to these books for teaching. So this is more like something, if you don't understand something and you want to do more like a reference, you can run to this book and you get it. So I know if I didn't mention this book, everyone would have been, nah, she's not a real engineer. But yeah, Structural Engineer's Pocket Book is your baby. And as my mentor always tells me, you have to, this should be your dictionary, this should be your Bible in structural engineering. Yes, so that's it. I'm joking. How can I forget the codes of practice? So we have these codes of practice that you need to know as a civil engineer. This is what you use in all these books that I've showed you. Whatever you have to use, you have to reference it to this book. You have to say, okay, I got this information from table Chakoti to Chakoti, from table Chakoti. As you do your calculations, you have to reference your calculations. If you say you're sizing members, you have to reference from this book. I'm sizing members because of this. I'm getting this because of that. I'm using this formula because of this. So these are the codes of practice, or rather the Euro codes, whatever you need this. So they are in, are they 7 or 8? Forgive me about the numbers, but I think it's Euro code 0, and then Euro code 1, Euro code 2, Euro code 3, Euro code whatever. But this is the more like the BS 1990 and everything. Euro code, basic structure analysis. So you can actually tell like which one I'm supposed to use, because the title will more like guide you. Like for concrete, it will guide you. For steel, it will guide you, and everything. So guys, this is what I had for you. The books, let me just lift them up like this. These are the books I had for you today. I hope you find this video helpful, and you have any other books that I need to know about, especially from the Institute of Structural Engineers, there's one book that I left out because I didn't have it, but I hear it's a very nice structural engineer book handy, so you need to have it. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you found this video helpful. Bye.